Hello there, movie friends. Welcome back to the show. Anthony here.
And this is James. Let's talk about movie news for this week. Lots to get into, and we'll start with the box office. So last weekend, Uncharted still at number one at $23 million last weekend. Dog pulled in $10 million. That Channing Tatum movie is like up to almost $40 million global. Which
People
is
love Channing, yeah.
on like a $15 million budget, so that's pretty cool.
That's a good sign. A mid-tier budget movie doing that well.
Low tier. That's like
a 20 mil movie probably.
No, like 15.
Really?
Yeah, like I just said.
Oh.
Already not listening to me. We just started. Spider-Man pulled in $5 million still. Death and Now pulled in $4 million. That broke $100 million, so good for that. In terms of this current weekend, the Batman dailies were just in. Thursday preview, it made $21.6 million. Awesome news. Friday, it made $57 million. Even more cool news. So it's projected to pull about $120 to $150 million this weekend, which I think is, obviously we knew Batman was going to pass $100 million, but for being such a dark superhero movie that's not really exactly kid-friendly, I think that's really impressive.
He doesn't smile in it.
He doesn't smile.
There's no laughs or
It
jokes.
is dark. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have kids under 10, maybe not taking
It's
this-
PG-13 for a reason.
I would maybe not.
It's a proper rating.
Yeah. So I mean, it's dark, but I think 12, 13-year-olds probably good.
Yeah. But also, I mean, these new weekend numbers that happen nowadays, they're not like it used to be because, they 7 years ago they weren't doing Thursday night screenings, and then
They were, but it was midnight.
well, no, but it was for special occasion movies. Like we saw Dark Knight Rises at midnight, but it was like a special release of the trilogy. And like you said, if they did do it, it was a one screening at midnight. But now it's gotten to the point where Thursdays screenings start at like 2 p.m. and it's filled in cinemas and multiple screens. So it's like the weekend.
It's an extra long
Yeah,
weekend.
it's an extra day now. It's like basically 3-day weekends now, as opposed to they used to only count Friday and Saturday grosses.
Still pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
We actually saw it twice. We saw it at the IMAX screening on Monday and then just saw it again Friday morning. And I'm probably going to see it a third time. We are going to be making an episode coming out very soon. It is scheduled for Monday, March 14th, so get excited for that. We want to give everyone like a week to see the movie so that everyone gets the full experience of the show. It'll be good to
We're
go.
going to spoil it.
It's gonna, it's gonna be spoiler like crazy. It's gonna be an awesome episode. Can't wait. We also have a merchandise sponsor for the episode who will sending us a bunch of Batman merch, and we can't wait for you all to check that out.
We're gonna give you a special deal to get your own Batman merch
Or any merch you want.
Yeah, any merch. Yeah,
from this
It's
company.
pretty
Anyways,
great.
let's move on to the news. So I think the first cool bit of news was the same day of the Batman early screenings, which was March 1st for like the fan first screenings. Also, a Moon Knight poster was revealed, but it's a very cool, very detailed look at Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac in costume, and it's very detailed look at the superhero costume. It looks pretty damn cool.
He's like a mummy superhero.
It's really cool.
Next bit of news is I Am Legend, the awesome Will Smith dystopian film from 2007, is getting a sequel with Will Smith returning and a new lead actor with Michael B. Jordan. And this is confirmed. Michael B. Jordan posted this on his Instagram. And the curious thing about this is how they will have Will Smith return to this film. Would it be footage from him, old footage that maybe Michael B. Jordan's character is ciphering through? Is he actually going to physically return the embodiment of the character? Because the ending, he basically blew himself up with a grenade. So I don't see how he could physically be returning to this world. My guess is it will be flashbacks and footage.
Yeah, probably flashbacks and footage like maybe Michael B. Jordan is going to continue his research and study. But it's also interesting because Akiva Goldsman, who wrote the sequel, is coming back again. When he also wrote an alternative ending that was filmed.
In the original I Am Legend, there is an alternate ending which they filmed and they almost used for the film, but they ended up going with the one where Will Smith's Neville, I almost called him Neville Longbottom. Neville kills himself along with the vampires to save the woman and her daughter and the son. But in the alternate version, he survives. He actually ends up reasoning with the creatures, and they leave in peace. So maybe if they're going to do it, maybe they'll open it with that alternate ending where Neville survives. That's a possibility. But I'm not sure how you could pass up the opportunity of having Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith on screen together at the same time.
Yeah, but like, how would they make it make sense, though, because he died? Unless he somehow survived the grenade
My
explosion.
guess is they could start with the opening being the alternate ending. and just rewrite the history.
So just change it?
Yeah, just change it.
That's silly. Was it a multiverse now?
Bro, everything's a multiverse. This is a multiverse, different dimension reality of that I Am Legend universe.
I'm very curious because that movie was cool, it was super successful, and love Michael B. So hopefully it's cool. There's an Alien sequel being written and directed by Fede Alvarez, and he was the guy who was tapped by Sam Raimi to make the new Evil Dead film. And also,
Don't Breathe.
He made the original Don't Breathe. He produced the second one. And so I'm pretty excited to check it out. I think he's a really great filmmaker, and he's probably got a bunch of great ideas. He pitched an idea that was original to the studio. Ridley Scott's going to produce the film, so hopefully he pulls up a classic to this franchise. And, I know a lot of people have not liked Prometheus and the sequel
Alien
after
Covenant.
that, Alien Covenant. I like Prometheus. I thought that was a cool movie. But hopefully, maybe he's taking back to the roots of just like have a spaceship that's infested with these aliens and gotta save the day or something.
If there's an Alien movie, that's all I want.
Yeah.
That's it.
A good one.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is also in addition to the Alien TV show, which will be taking place on the planet Earth, which I'm not too stoked for.
Alien universe.
Alien.
Everything's universe. now.
Alien Chicago. It's like NYPD.
Alien PD.
It's like CSI aliens.
Green bloods.
Acid bloods. Law and Order. Alien.
Speaking of great franchises being turned into TV series, AMC is making a show out of Interview with a Vampire, the Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Kirsten Dunst vampire film that's in production right now. I think they're almost done filming, and it should be coming up relatively soon. Again, I'm not a huge fan of these great movies being turned into TV shows, so we'll see what the trailer looks like.
Would you put Interview with the Vampire as a great film?
I think for vampire, the vampire genre, it's a great one.
For sure. I think it's a pretty good movie. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, 6.5.
But in the genre of vampire movies,
right.
there aren't that many great ones.
Yeah, you're right. We've talked about that before. All right, next up we have Kraven the Hunter has found its villain. It will be Alessandro Nivola, who was the lead actor in the Many Saints of Newark film, the Sopranos prequel film.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll do a solid job, and that's what happens when you start getting these projects. Now he's in the MCU, the Sony universe, so good for you, Alessandro. I'm sure you're listening right now.
Everyone's a superhero now that's involved.
Gotta get paid, bro.
But I'm glad Aaron Taylor Johnson's doing a big movie because Marvel should have never killed him off. He's such a big star. But we'll see. I'm curious to see what that movie will look like because Morbius I'm not sold on yet from the trailers. The star-studded cast only gets better for Old Dads, which is Bill Burr's upcoming feature direction debut. He's writing, directing, and starring in this comedy, Old Dads. And it's going to have Bobby Cannavale and Bokeem Woodbine as co-stars. And I love the idea of Bill Burr making a movie, writing and starring in it. I'm such a fan of it. He's my favorite comedian.
And directing it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Do you listen?
Oh, but you said writing and directing. Writing and...
Yeah.
Oh, did you say directing?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've already had my coffee.
I said it
too.
3 times.
I'm very sorry about that.
I'm offended. Get out of here. But we love Bill Burr. He's hilarious. Hopefully the movie matches his tone as a comic, just like old school kind of comedy. It's not for everyone, but I think that for fans of that kind of comedy, like he's definitely the top of the mountain.
You can't eat it. People say it's too expensive to eat healthy. Go to the
Bananas!
grocery store. They're giving them away. They're giving bananas away.
Bananas, 19 cents.
I love that guy.
He's a masshole.
There's a trailer finally for Bullet Train, the anticipated action thriller that's starring Brad Pitt in the middle of an assassination battle royale on a high-speed bullet train. It looks like a lot of fun. Brad Pitt's playing like it seems like he's sort of like his character in True Romance almost, except maybe not a complete stoner anymore. He's just like chilling. He seems like to be an assassin who doesn't want to be an assassin anymore.
Yeah.
He just wants to get this job over with and do it peacefully, but he's on a train full of people who are after the same briefcase as him, so it looks like an action-packed fun ride.
And it's the co-director of the first 2 John Wick movies, the one who's not credited, and then he also directed Deadpool 2. So very fun director, great with action. So I have high hopes for it. It looks like just like a fun action movie.
Yeah,
it's
looks
got
funny.
An amazing cast. You have like Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, fantastic group of an ensemble. So it looks like a lot of fun.
I laughed out loud at the trailer.
Euphoria has become HBO's most watched series behind Game of Thrones. When compared to the season 1 finale of Euphoria, season 2's finale had more than 6 times the viewership. So it is on fire right now. It's HBO Max's most valuable television property. To only be second behind Game of Thrones is very impressive.
Sure is. I mean, that's more popular than Sopranos too, and everything, which is nuts. The Adam Project, a new trailer was released teasing Ryan Reynolds' intergenerational sci-fi adventure. This movie actually looks like a lot of fun. The hype for it, I think, is just a little too much. Like when you watch the trailer, like Steven Spielberg would be proud and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, first, and there people are like, it's the next E.T. I'm like, all right, let's take it back a little bit.
The guy, he's carrying like a laser beam around.
E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's where the trailer compares to. Like,
really?
They're like, it's the next Steven Spielberg great Raiders of the Lost Ark. E.T.
Who said that?
Some guy,
Netflix,
some dude. It looks like
a critic said it.
It does look like fun though. I love time travel stuff. It looks super funny. Ryan Reynolds interacting with like his childhood version of himself. Zoe Saldana's also in the film. It looks like a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited to check it out.
I know you're not a liar. You're a trustworthy guy.
I am a very trustworthy guy.
Next up,
People tell me I could have been a politician. Just kidding.
There is a new comedy series called Ramble On, in which Charlie Sheen and many other actors will play themselves in this entourage-like show. So Charlie Sheen, also Martin Sheen will be in it, playing Charlie's father, as well as the cast of Ramble On in Entourage. So Kevin Dillon, Kevin Connolly, Jamie Lynn Sigler from The Sopranos, John C. McGinley from Scrubs, Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows, Anna Ortiz from Ugly Betty. So it's an eclectic cast of comedy heavyweights. So this looks like it could be a lot of fun. Charlie and Martin Sheen teaming up together. Sign me up.
Can't believe someone's giving him a show.
Yes.
It's nuts. I remember we saw him
yeah.
in Sherman Oaks when we were at a red light.
Like a mess.
He walked past us in a crosswalk and he's just like, yeah.
He's ripping butts. He looked like he weighed like 80 pounds.
Time of his life, though. Tell me that guy's living like a king and he knows it. All right. Under the Banner of Heaven, a trailer for this new show comes out. It's a miniseries starring Andrew Garfield. It's got the kind of similar feel as True Detective almost, and I like to see Andrew Garfield in a role like this. We've never seen him before where he's playing a detective. It seems pretty interesting for him to take this on. It's based on true crime best-selling novel by John Krakauer, and will be on Hulu, and this is an FX network show as well.
Next up, Anthony Mackie is going to be headlining Peacock's new video game adaptation series, Twisted Metal. I don't know the game at all.
We played this when we were kids. Twisted Metal is the car like rampage game where it's
okay.
It's like I guess you would describe it as a vehicular action battle game.
I remember
we had
now.
this.
Yeah, I remember. That was actually pretty fun.
You get like to pick the cars.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was like a battle royale.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious how they're gonna do it.
They made Rampage a movie with Dwayne Johnson. That game is just monsters climbing on buildings.
It's true. That's all it is. All right, next up we have Leonardo DiCaprio is going to executive produce a Sitting Bull documentary for the History Channel. The documentary is set to be a 4-part event. It tells about Hunkpapa Lakota leader Sitting Bull, who led the Lakota tribe in the resistance fight against the years of United States government policies forced upon his people. In December 1890, at the age of 59, he was murdered during an attempted arrest by the Indian Agency Police on the Standing Rock Indian Reservation. So very curious. I'm sure this will be a great talk.
Yeah, sounds very interesting. Next up, there is a new remake announced this week of another classic film. White Men Can't Jump is being made into a new adaptation. So far, Jack Harlow has been cast as Woody Harrelson's character. Imagine Woody Allen playing basketball. I don't know who Jack Harlow is, but you said he's a rapper.
He's a white boy rapper.
White boy rapper. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait, is he in the movie White Boy with Matthew McConaughey? White Boy something. Where he plays the young drug dealer.
I think it's just a kid actor.
No, I think that's him.
Are you sure? I thought he
White Boy Rick.
White Boy Rick.
White Boy. I'm gonna look it up right.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, you're right.
Not every white boy looks the same, Anthony.
They both are skinny white dudes with curly hair.
That's like every white rapper.
That's the new look.
Weird Al Yankovic too.
So I'm honestly have no interest in seeing this because we love White Men Can't Jump. We're actually doing a Patreon episode on White Men Can't Jump. So I'm not tuning in for this.
Because White Men
I'm
Can't
being
Jump is a
honest.
classic, and we grew up with obviously 4 older brothers, so we've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
We used to watch this all the time when we were kids, and that's a fact.
Woody and Wesley together, it was so iconic. I don't know. I can't do
Rosie
it.
Perez, too.
Rosie Perez.
I don't
Can't
want
do
to. They're remaking every goddamn thing. Everything.
Just make a different basketball movie. It's not like the young people these days are like, know what White Men Can't Jump even
They
is.
don't know what it is.
It's not like
But
they would
they're
be enticed to
trying
watch
to bank
it.
it on nostalgia and everything.
Yeah.
And watch them bring in the legacy characters. It's a soft,
They better
it's a soft
not.
reboot.
No, I hope not.
Rosie Perez now hosts Monopoly.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Sorry. That's a,
Nobody hosts Monopoly.
well, the guy with the monocle kind of hosts it.
It's not a host.
Sort of.
Well, actually, he hosted the video game version
Exactly.
on the PC.
That's right. Go F yourself. All right, 2 more things. The Dropout on Hulu has just premiered. The first episode. I don't know if it's a weekly thing. I'm not sure. But it's about Elizabeth Holmes and her enormous fraud with her company Theranos, the blood testing company in invention or in technology that she developed for her company. She became the youngest female billionaire at the time in America. And now the show is chronicling her rise and fall of this technological empire about this technology that didn't exist. And I haven't seen it yet. I think I've watched a documentary and I've listened to 2 podcast series about this because I think it's super
Oh,
fascinating.
so you're like an expert.
I'm not an expert, just like,
A fan.
I like this. I think the story is really crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to check the show out soon when I get a chance to.
Final bit of news. There is a Harry Houdini biopic in the works at Paramount. This is going to be produced by the producers of Transformers. So it's going to be Harry Houdini and explosions.
And Optimus Prime.
Prime.
I'm sure it'd be cool. I hope they cast a good actor for it. I hope they cast someone middle-aged. I don't want an origin story.
Yeah,
I want a Houdini.
It's gonna be an origin
It's probably gonna
story.
be origins, like some like 20-year-old. But give me like Harry Houdini in his prime.
In his 40s and 50s.
Like that's when he was doing his most incredible
Yeah.
stunts, like middle-aged in just the
They're
craziest
going to make
stuff.
it's going to be like a
You know,
22-year-old.
it's gonna be Houdini origins. Here we go. The escape origins of Harry Houdini at Paramount Plus.
the Harry Houdini universe.
All right, that wraps movie news number 38. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have some awesome episodes coming for you this week. We might as well just spoil it because
Should we?
I want everyone to be excited. I want everyone to be prepared for
All right,
it. So
all right.
this week is Godfather week. We're doing The Godfather Part 1 on Monday, Godfather Part 2 on Thursday. So catch up on the movies tonight, and if you can, because this is going to be in depth. Both episodes are over 2 hours long. Lots of discussion and analysis. The second one's
It's like 5 hours of Godfather
yeah,
talk.
it's going to be pretty epic.
Yeah.
We're very excited about it. So get excited and have a great Sunday.
Goodbye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.